everyone, welcome back to this channel. My name is Bronte. This week is April planner recap week. I actually didn't do one for March because I forgot. And I thought about rolling March in with this lot, but I don't know, March feels like 1 million years ago, so I just thought I would do April. I hope that's okay. So yeah, welcome. I hope you're all having a good start to your month of May. It's finally nicer weather here in London. It's sunny at the moment. It's Saturday morning. This is my first cup of coffee, so forgive me if there are, I don't know, if I can't speak. I will edit out pauses and stuff, but yeah. Planner recap. I have 2 books that I am using at the moment, or that I have been using for the month of April. If you're familiar with my channel, you might know that I was previously in the Sterling Ink Common Planner in B6 for the first quarter of this year, but I have switched into the Hobonichi Cousin full year April start. I love the Cousin so much and I really missed it. Yeah, I think I have a video on my channel talking about why I switched. But yeah, there's that. If also, shameless self-promotion, I have a Patreon, which is linked in the description, and a lot more of this thought process, you know, between switching planners or like adding something new or changing things up, I share that with my Patreon community. It's £3 a month, so it's not very expensive. And yeah, you also get an exclusive video every week, which is kind of a look into my books and talking about the things that have happened that week and books I've read and knitting and stuff like that. So yes, okay, add over. So at the moment I am in the Hobonichi Weeks and the Hobonichi Cousin, which I currently have in this really beautiful Hobonichi cover. I just took this out yesterday and I just love this cover. So yeah. So that's that. Also here next to me is a new book in my system, which I think I will talk about at the end, if that's okay. We'll get through this stuff first and then I'll move on to like what I have added. So yeah, let's drink some coffee before we go any further. So let's look at the weeks first. So this I use as I call it my hobbies journal, but it's mainly a reading journal. I say hobbies because I also knit and I write notes about my knitting projects and happy mail as well, stationery things that I have ordered, but it is mainly reading. So actually, let's look at the everything, because somebody on Instagram recently asked me if I use the perpetual calendar in here. I do not. I don't know how I could make this work for what I use this book for. If your handwriting is super small, I don't know if I could even fit it in, but you could write the title of a book and then draw an arrow to where you finished it, and kind of work that way. However, I use the monthly calendars to do a similar sort of thing. So these I use as like a decorative overview of the month. So this is the month of December because, you know, the weeks does start in the last week of November through into December. So it started on the 27th of November. And I was really excited about this paper series cover, so I went straight into this in November, December. So yeah, this is December, and then January, February, March, and then April is here. I actually have a couple of days I need to maybe fill up here, but this is basically how I use these spreads. So this month, so I guess here I finished reading The Wicked King by Holly Black and then started The Queen of Nothing. Ordinarily I would draw an arrow in here, but I have clearly forgotten to do that there. But I have done it here. I started a fan fiction and then Masters of Death by Olivia Blake, and then I will note when I finish those things. Although I haven't written where I finished Masters of Death in here, so maybe that's a missing piece. Anyway, I clearly need to catch up in this spread. This is kind of superfluous, you know, I don't necessarily need to do this, but I do enjoy doing it. And then also, I will point out the highlighted things are book releases. So this month, The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo came out. One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake came out in paperback. This way it says P-back, if you can read that. I have that in hardback, but I haven't read it yet. But I think I should just read my hardback copy instead of buying a paperback as well. And then on the 23rd, The Song of Six Realms I think it's by Judy I. Lin. That came out. That's in hardback, and I really liked her previous duology, but I don't want to buy another hardback. I have so many. So I will wait for the paperback of that one, but it sounds very good. So then, May, we've got some more book releases that are written in, but I tend to fill these monthly spreads out kind of retroactively. So I would maybe do like a week or two at a time. So let's find the weekly pages for April. April started on a Monday, very nice and neatly this month. So here's my first week of April. I thought this deco was really cute and kind of springy, even though April, we honestly in London did not have spring weather. It has rained a lot and has been very cold. Hopefully the weather's finally turned a corner, now we're into May, but who knows. So what happened this week? I read The Wicked King, or I finished reading The Wicked King. What I tend to do, if you're new to this channel, this is nice to know, or if you're not new, sorry, this is old news, but on the right hand side, no, that's left hand side, I will put kind of day specific things that happen. So on the 1st of April, I got some books at Waterstones with a voucher. I bought Bride by Ali Hazelwood and The Angel of Indian Lake by Stephen Graham Jones. That was a Monday thing, so I wrote that in on Monday. On the right hand side, I tend to do this week like a small list of tasks that are related to my hobbies. So this week I wanted to finish reading some books and work on one of my knitting projects. Clearly I was not very, I didn't get these things done, clearly. But then the rest of the page I tend to use for book reviews or extra notes about things. So we'll go through and you can see. So I finished reading The Wicked King here on this Wednesday and kind of left a bit of a review here. Oh, and I also wrote in some of my favourite fictional enemies to lovers duos, because The Wicked King is, or you know, that Holly Black series is definitely like an enemies to lovers. I also in here do a lot of decoration, as you can see. And if I don't write anything here, for example, I didn't write anything on this Sunday, I will fill it up with deco. So we tend to start the week with a certain amount of deco already that I can kind of work around. And then at the end of the week, if there's any spots left open to be filled up, I will fill those up with more deco. So the following week was a Faded Chronicle week. This beautiful piece of, well, it's actually a sticker, but it looks like a piece of washi, is from Faded Chronicle, and I actually have a code with her. It's in the description, and I'll put it on the screen as well. But yeah, I'm a PR rep for her at the moment, and this is from the March kit, and I just love it. It's really like, the colours are really interesting, that kind of poppy pink with the lilac and the zingy green. I really like it. So then on Monday, look, I finished The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. I clearly read that series really quickly. These star rating stickers I have tucked in the back here. They are from Planner Bow Stickers on Etsy. They're really nice and they're very writable. It's on very writable paper, so you can fill them in easily. And then here, see, I've said that I started reading Masters of Death by Olivia Blake, and I drew an arrow and I just wrote a little bit about Masters of Death because it's really funny, and it was really reminding me of Good Omens, and it was reminding me why I like Olivia Blake's books. Then here I inked in The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. It's published with Diamine Celadon Cat. I don't have that inked in a pen at the moment. I just wrote with my Sailor Hakoro dip pen. What else? Yeah, so Saturday I didn't write anything, so I kind of expanded this collage a tiny bit with these 3 stickers here. I just felt like it didn't need loads, and I kind of like that. I don't know, I feel like this is pretty well balanced, so. So then week beginning the 15th, I didn't write anything on the Monday, clearly, so that got filled up. I actually filled in this whole spread in a video. I forget which one, I'm so sorry. Maybe it was a Spend a Day with Me video, my most recent one. So that's why it all looks quite uniform, or my handwriting certainly looks quite uniform, because I did fill it all out at the same time. So this arrow here is to indicate the fact that I bought a skein of linen at work, linen yarn, and I just made a note of what I was going to use it for. I think because I didn't have space in the box. And then this week I finished reading my fan fiction. I read Manacled by Sen Lin Yu, which is a Harry Potter fan fiction, which I'm really, Harry Potter is not something that I want to particularly spend time on anymore, but I actually really enjoyed this fan fiction. It's very like The Handmaid's Tale. So then what else happened this week? I was reading the audiobook, I was reading Hellbent on audio by Leigh Bardugo. That was a reread for me because I just absolutely love the Ninth House series by her. Oh, here, look, Sunday the 21st, I finished reading Masters of Death, so I should have noted that in, here, but I covered it with stickers. Oh well. Then this week I got some new tattoos, so I put in a sticker from my tattoo studio. They always have a little bowl of stickers that you can pick from, and all the artists put different stickers of theirs in, but this is the studio's sticker. So this was fairly sparse, I suppose, this week. So Wednesday I didn't write anything, so I filled this deco up afterwards. And Thursday, so this week I was racing to finish The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo, because on the Friday I went to an event at Union Chapel in Islington to see her speak, and it was amazing. She's so funny and such an engaging speaker. I had such a great time. I went by myself, so I was a bit anxious, honestly. It was very loud and echoey because it was in a chapel, but I had a really good time. And at the end, there was a signing if you wanted to wait, and literally everybody waited. So I had to wait a long time to get my book signed. I waited over an hour. But Leigh signed my copy of Ninth House, and it was just such a great experience. So yeah, there's a few notes about that here. And then whilst I was waiting for the event to start, I finished reading The Familiar. I was trying to finish it at work when it was quiet, and then it just got really busy and I just couldn't finish it before I got to the event, but I managed to finish it before the talk. So yeah, it was fantastic. If you like her books, or if you like, I don't know, it's fantasy, but it's like magical realism and also like historical fiction, and it was just fantastic. So then on Saturday I started reading The Queen of the Dawn by S.M. Gaither, which is the final book in a 5-book series, and I'm not nearly done, but I have maybe like 100 pages maybe of that left. I don't know. I think I want to try and finish it this weekend. Okay, and then Sunday I ordered some standard traveler's notebook things, standard sized traveler's notebook things, which is what's set next to me here. And I just noted that in. And then that's pretty much it. So this May the 1st was on a Wednesday. On the Monday, my PR parcel from Faded Chronicle arrived with some beautiful new washi tapes, which I swatched them in the back pages here. And then I also ordered some tape samples, some pet tape samples from an Etsy shop that I haven't ordered from before. So I'm excited for those to arrive. And that is April in my hobbies journal. Sorry if I just spoke really fast, but I feel like that tends to be what I do. I get kind of excited about this. So yeah. So I have pages decorated, I think, for the rest of May. Yeah, pretty much the rest of May. This goes into June. 3 spreads ahead, decorated ahead. So this one is very much like a Faded Chronicle one, but this bell jar is from a Freckles Tea tape. And then this is more Faded Chronicle, but this sticker, she came from Harriet Wright Designs. And this is like a mix of all sorts of different things, but the tape here is my Faded Chronicle one. And then what else have we got? Freckles Tea, and this envelope is from Hours Studio. So yeah, I really love having this book. I just like, I have such a good time filling this out. And look, it's getting really fluffy and lovely. Because I forgot to mention, I always write in here with my Uni Jetstream 0.5, so it really fluffs up the pages, as you can see. And it's, you know, I do a lot of decoration in here, so the pages are also quite chunky because of that. But yeah, that is Hobbies Journal. I'm just going to drink some more coffee and then we can move on to my Hobonichi cousin. So I currently have my cousin housed in this really beautiful plaid cover. I can't remember, I think it's called Brownie Plaid. And obviously this is the A5 size. I do have a cover on cover for this as well, but I really love the texture of it because it's cotton. On the outside it's like a shirting fabric. And then inside is the kind of classic Hobonichi, like a nylon sort of material, but the navy blue is just perfect for me. So yeah, I filled the cover up with all of my functional stickers that I have here. These are, I think all of these in here are Plan a Monkey Co. And this journal card is from Plan and Stow. I really liked the colour and I think it's a nice message to keep close. So, Hobonichi Cousin, this is my combined planner and journal. So I do planning in the, well, I will show you, but I do planning in the weekly pages. That's like pure planning, and then the daily pages I use for a combination of to-do lists, commonplacing and journaling. So let's look. In here I have my commonplace dots and my key, because I can never remember what colour is for what, because that's just, I don't know, my brain just doesn't work that way. Maybe I should put a letter on each of them. That's an interesting thought. And then I have some bits in here, some bits of deco and some Paper Bits Co. samplers. Oh, and this is my freebie from Faded Chronicle. Another shameless self-promotion, but I don't earn commissions off of this, so maybe it's not self-promotion. But if you use my code at Faded Chronicle, you get this freebie. It's so nice. I love it. And it has my name on it, and I've never had anything like that before. It feels amazing. So yeah, that's tucked in here at the front. So I don't really need this spread, and I haven't done anything to it or anything like that. The Calendex I have been using to track social media stuff. I've actually forgotten to write in this stuff here. For May, I need to set this up. I should write that down. So this I was using to track when I post things on social media, and also my kind of PR ambassador sort of commitments. Yeah, I'm no longer a Ferris Wheel Press ambassador, so I don't have to worry about doing that anymore. But yeah, and I also take a note of how much I earned on YouTube and Patreon, and then like followers on Instagram and subscribers on YouTube. So yeah. Okay, so monthly spread. This is kind of a high level like overview basically. I don't use this that much to plan. I just kind of need to have my month laid out like this so I can see kind of at a glance when I'm working and stuff, and then I kind of can very easily sort of put this in with my weeklies. Does that make any sense? I don't know. Anyway. So yeah, so this is like work days. Also I tend to put in shop updates. Salem Creative had one on the 10th, which was Eid. Faded Chronicle new releases, any events. I don't go to many events, let's be real. But I did put in my Lee Bardugo one, and I had a tattoo appointment here. TCMC Q2 subscriptions opened. That's pretty much it, yeah. So then for May, I just filled this out actually yesterday. So I have my work days, and then in red, I should say, is YouTube videos I plan to film that day. I used to put them in on the day they went live, but I found that wasn't very useful. So I've started writing the video that I want to film that day. So this one is April planner recap. I should have done it yesterday on the 3rd, but I didn't. I just had a very kind of relaxed day. I kind of took a day off. This month I have tried to, or I have added in publication dates for books, because even though they are in my weeks, I don't always reference that. You know, I don't reference it every week, or like I don't actively go to look at it like I do with these. So I've put publication dates in because sometimes I've like seen one in here that I was like, oh shit, that was 2 weeks ago. So there's a book I really want to read that's coming out on Monday, and another book that's coming out on the 24th. And I think both of these will be on Kindle Unlimited, so I want to make sure that I get them downloaded because I'm really excited to read them both. Yeah. Then, okay, so I've decorated up to June, and then July is not decorated or filled out or anything. So April, we start first week. Okay, so this is how I plan my weeks. If you have seen any of my videos about my common planner, this will look very similar. Let me show you actually. If you're not, if you haven't been here for the common planner. So this is how I was planning in the common planner. I divide the page in half and then use the two halves kind of separately. So the top is day specific things, and like work days and like tasks I have to do that day. And then on the left hand side I have to-do list, which is kind of like a to-do list for the week. And then on the right hand side I kind of write a list of things I want to talk about or post about, on social media. Because I have more space in the cousin versus the common planner, I added in some other things. The waiting on, which is like a orders thing, or I called it orders in the following weeks. This week it said waiting on. And then in the common planner I did do this as well, but in this far left hand margin I do a tracker for my meds and a currently reading list, which I tend to be reading 1 or 2 books, depends if I kind of tend to be reading a physical copy and then like an audiobook. So yeah, I don't know, I just kind of update that. I think it's nice to see what I was reading alongside my weeks, if that makes any sense. So this week I set up in a video actually. I don't love this decoration. I feel like it's a bit jumbled, but anyway. I guess I didn't do so many tasks. I think sometimes some weeks I just don't reference this page so much, and some weeks I do. So the following week is much more full. because I guess I was more reliant on writing stuff down, I guess. Oh look, I never crossed that off, but I did do that. So yeah, this was last week. Was this last week? Yes. And I'm having fun with the decoration. Somebody in the comments on here did point out that the washi tape is going to start to get really bulky, which I took on board. So this week I just drew a line in, and I like it, but I don't love it. I just really like that washi tape divider. I think it kind of gives me a place to kind of build out the deco from. I think this week is probably the best example of that. So I kind of have branched out from the center of the page, and I just really like that. I mean, I did it here as well, actually. So yeah, last week, again, this was a week I didn't look at this page or these pages so much. It's like I need to set it up to get it all down and like cement it in my brain. And once it's out of my brain, I don't need to look at it, which is kind of silly, but I don't know, that's just kind of how my brain works. So this is this week. I have been referencing this a little bit, but not tons. Yesterday, I did add to this page and added in some things I wanted to do today, for example, and I added some more things to my socials list to take pictures of and stuff. So yes, I also added this weekend side quests, very much inspired by Claire from online. I think other people do the side quests thing as well, but Claire is the person who I have seen doing that, and I just think it's so cute. So the side quests are like, you know, it's like a video game thing, but like if you have time, basically, you can do these things. And I wanted to finish my knitting project and a book and cut out some bits of pet tape and stuff, so I wrote that as a side quests list. Meds I took today. So with an order I got actually this week from Planner Monkey Co., I got some custom script stickers. So the meds and what did I even get? Meds, YouTube, socials, Patreon. Those were my customs from her. And then I also got today journal tasks. So I think I will be using the tasks one here. And then the socials will go here on these as headings, and then meds will go in here. And I already have from Planner Monkey Co. currently reading scripts. So yeah, and then I think I was thinking maybe of making like a weekly a to-do list within the weeklies for YouTube and for Patreon, of them having their own lists. I don't know, maybe I suppose it should go on the social side. Anyway, we'll see. Let me know what you think. But these are so lovely. I really like her stickers, and they're perfect size for these pockets, look. So where were we? Okay, so yeah, that's April in these weekly pages. I have not done anything for next week, but I did make a list of stuff to kind of add to this spread. So let's go to the oh, this is my vision board for the year, or for the rest of the year. This was in my common planner and I moved it over, but that's here. I put that on the turning the page spread. Okay, so April. I always call this a header page. I don't know what other people call it. Cover page, maybe. For this, I have been using it for low-buy notes. I am going to New York in August with my friend, and I'm trying to save up for that trip. So I've decided, or I wanted to do it anyway, but this year has kind of become a bit of a low-buy year for stationery. April I was not so successful at, because you can see I did place quite a lot of orders, but I did stay on budget, so that's something. But yeah, so I used this spread to kind of document, record online orders. These are all stationery related, actually. I wouldn't document if I'd ordered like I don't know, like, okay, so I ordered some birthday gifts for my sister because they were not for me. That they didn't go on this list. Yeah, like gifts or kind of necessities, I wouldn't document, like not fun stuff. This is kind of like fun money spends. So then I did some low buy notes. So let's just move this. So it was kind of exceptions of things that I was allowed to spend money on, and then things to avoid, washi tapes and pens, because I have way too many of both. But I think I did buy washi tapes in April, so and then I did actually also add a wish list, because I don't know, it's not fun if you, or it's not that it's not fun, but if you kind of really deny yourself stuff, or personally I find if I really deny myself something, I want it even more. So I think kind of adding some things that I know that I want to this list, it just, I don't know, it helped. So here was a Teranishi ink, which I have not bought, but I would like still. Some books, which I did get, and I did have a gift card, so that's something. And then some things from the Faded Chronicle shop update. And again, I had my PR credits from her, so yes. So April in the dailies, let's see. So what I do with laying out the page is the kind of timeline part of the page I use for to-dos. This kind of it's not half, but the other side of the timeline I use for notes, and I started off putting emojis down to kind of mark my mood, and I've actually done that throughout the month. There's like one sticker to describe my day, and I really like doing that, so I will definitely be keeping that up. And then at the bottom is journal entry, so I always write my journal entry in fountain pen, and I have been using a different ink each week. So this first week of April I was using Pilot Iroshizuku in a Hoe, which I have in my TWSBI Fine, my TWSBI Eco Fine. This ink is discontinued, which is why I want the Teranishi ink in Emotional Olive. It looks like a good match. I also think that Ferris Wheel Press Goose Poupon is a good match, but I guess I can't decide between the Teranishi or the Ferris Wheel Press. If I'm being honest, I would like both of them, but I don't really think I need both, or I don't need both of them, so I should just pick one. Yeah, so this week I wrote with the in a Hoe, so you can really clearly see my journal entries. This was a sticker from a yarn company that we just started stocking at work. I also put into these pages book cover stickers. These are also from Planner Bow stickers, and I keep these in here. In this Hobonichi wallet that I tuck in the front is all of my like functional stuff that I use in these pages often, so I just keep them together with the planner. But yeah, these are all from Planner Bow stickers, and they are so great, and I really think that they're just so nice to add in, and because I don't have a printer or like a like a silhouette sticker cutouter, these are just great. So yeah, let's keep going. What else? Oh, I guess I have quite a lot to say on this day. This I put in my list of stuff I ordered from Planner Monkey Co., which is what I just showed you. Oh, I put a currently listening thing here. Also from Planabo stickers, because I found a new podcast on this day and I was really enjoying it. Here's my sticker for the Queen of Nothing. Also, I know that those stickers technically would be much better in my reading journal, but I feel like the size of them is perfect for these pages as opposed to the reading journal, because there's not tons of space in there. So, and I like the fact that I just like how I use this book. I'm happy to keep the two, you know, to do both in both places. Does that make any sense? So the second week of April, I was writing with Diamine Murky Bucket, which is a Cult Pens exclusive colour. It's really nice. It's like really dark, like blue-grey with gold shimmer. Also, I always use my Jinhao pens for shimmer inks, because I would never put shimmer ink in anything more expensive than that, because they torque your pens, if you didn't know. So yeah, some days I don't write much. I haven't written a journal entry for this day. The kind of thing with this book that I really didn't want to do was to pressure myself into writing loads or feeling like I had to fill up the pages, and I think I have achieved that this month. I feel like I'm a real perfectionist, and these pages, you know, it's not massive, but it is much bigger than something like the Weeks, or, you know, it's obviously bigger than A6. I think last year with my cousin, I felt a real pressure to have every page really full. And I'm trying to like work my way out of that mindset. So yeah, so for example, here Saturday, I just was feeling really down and I didn't feel like writing anything. So I have put a sticky note here, these were video ideas from like a little question box I put up on Instagram. And again, Sunday I didn't write anything. Oh, Saturday I was at work, and then Sunday my mum and dad and my sister came to visit, which they live far away from me, so it was really nice to see them, and kind of we had a nice lunch together and stuff. I made a roast chicken and a big salad, and yeah, that was just really lovely. And I just, you know, I was busy doing other things that day, so I didn't write a journal entry, which is just, it's fine. Then the following week, this week I was writing with my Sailor Pro Gear Slim, my precious Pro Gear Slim, that was a anniversary gift from my boyfriend. I keep it in this Galen leather little pen sleeve. That is currently inked with Laban Demeter, which is this really beautiful brown, like kind of green toned brown. And that's what I was writing with this week. As you can probably tell, I've tried to match my ink to my deco, because I set up the week in advance, which is actually also something new that I'm doing with this book, is having a weekly theme. I've never done that before in the Cousin. I've always done like a theme per double page spread, but I really think that this helps me like know what week is what, especially because I'm using it for planning. I think it's really useful. So yeah, here's some washi tape tops that I put in here. I'm trying not to put ephemera into this book so it doesn't get super chunky, because it's supposed to be, you know, a functional planner as well as a journal. Actually, I'll quickly show you what I'm doing with my like ephemera pieces. So this used to house my Coffee Monsters stickers, and this little plastic wallet was kind of redundant. So what I've been using it for is the ephemera that I've collected over the month. So this is the start, because we've got this nice sticker. It's like yarn labels, book receipts, coffee sleeve. This was Happy Mail from Nicole Josephine, bubble tea, more yarn labels. This was some stuff I cut out of my Passport Travelers Company insert that's from Good Ink Impressions. because I was thinking about using it for something else, but I haven't used it. This was the little packet for this clip that I got, which I actually got at the same time as these tapes. More yarn labels, loads more yarn labels. This is the packet for, and then, yeah, so these are the packets for my Travelers Company bits and pieces. I just really like the stickers that they put on them, so I just like folded the packaging up and put them in here. Maybe I would have just peeled off the stickers and put them in my book or something, or maybe I should peel the stickers off and put them on a piece of paper and then put the paper in here, but whatever. So yeah, this is my like solution for not making my cousin too chunky, and I really like this. I don't know what I'll do when this is full. There are quite a lot of wallets in here. I think maybe when this is full I will just get another one. I think this is really fun. This is kind of how I was using my Filofax. So at the beginning there are punched things which were in my Filofax, and I realized that like it's so much easier to just slot them in to this thing than it is to punch them and keep them in a Filofax. So yeah, Filofax is on the outs. I will be selling that Malden cover that I bought. Anyway, that's that quickly. So continuing on, yeah, so okay, so there's no journal entries for these 2 days. I don't know, I think I was like really distracted in the evenings by doing other things, which is fine. It's fine. Here is my sticker for Masters of Death, because I obviously finished it on that Sunday. And yeah, what was I recording here? We had homemade burgers for dinner. Oh, so my boyfriend makes really good homemade burgers. And here I did write some journaling, but I wrote it in this pen because I only write the journal entry in the fountain pen if I am writing it on that day. So this, I wanted to record this, but I wrote this on the Sunday. So yeah, hope that makes sense. So then this following week matched, the deco for the week matched the weekly spread. That was last week with this Faded Chronicle deco. This week turned out more brown than this did because I used these stickers to pick out the kind of lilacs in this, and I used these Coffee Monsters pale boxes and this mild liner, whereas this I decided to pick out the kind of darker tones. So they match, but they're not the same, which is nice. So here's the sticker from my tattoo studio. I decided obviously to put the bigger one in the bigger book. This week I was writing with actually this pen I've got in here, which is inked with Troublemaker Moon River, which is such a lovely ink. I really love it. So here, I was really excited because the Giving Girl has kind of launched a new collection, which she's calling her Ephemera collection, and it's really nice. And so on this day I ordered the whole collection. But I did use money I earned through Patreon, so I don't know, it's fine. No journal entries for these days. I think Wednesday and Thursday I tend to run out of steam. Thursday so I work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I have Friday off, and then I alternate working Saturdays. So 1 week I work a Saturday and 1 week I don't. And by Thursday I'm normally kind of tired and like ready for a bit of a lazy evening, basically. So I think it tends to be a trend that Thursdays don't have journal entries, which is really fine. Friday was the day I went to the Lee Bardugo event, so there was no journal entry because I got home quite late. I think I got home at like 10:30, 10:45, which is late for me. I never really, or very rarely do things in the evenings, so that's kind of a late time for me to get home. But I did, because I finished actually both of these books, I did put both of the stickers in on this page. Saturday was a work day, but I did want to make a few notes about things, so I did use my fountain pen, but I just bullet pointed. And then Sunday, oh, I was feeling super ill with period cramps, so that's why in here I've spelt blur with my these letter stickers. And then this week I am continuing to write with the Troublemaker ink because I thought it matched the deco that I had going on this week as well, and it is such a nice colour. So I continued with Moon River. So I've done the decoration a little bit differently this week with how I've done this box. So I kind of drew, previously I'd just drawn in the line, but this week I've drawn in the entire box. So yeah, okay, so this is the cover page for May. I have 2 orders here that I've placed. Actually, these were both placed in April, but I used my paycheck from like the paycheck I'd just gotten. So instead of it being like April money, it's technically May money. Does that make sense? So that's why they're on here. Low buy notes are here, and then wish list, I've put the Teranishi ink again, and maybe an Olive TN cover. I don't think I will be getting a Travelers Company cover, but it went on the wish list. Just at the time I wrote this, I was thinking about it. So yeah, this is into May now. I didn't write anything again. Look, on Thursday. Thursday we had elections here in the UK, so I went to, or in England, I guess, England and Wales. Yeah. So I went to vote on Thursday morning, and that's what I wrote here. Go and vote. But luckily I walked past my polling station on the way to get the train to work, so it was very easy to go and vote. This was yesterday and this is today. So yeah, I have kind of done a journal entry. I did one yesterday, and I filled out this side of the page with my weekend side quests list. I originally wrote it in here and then decided to add it to the weekly page. Pretty superfluous, but there we go. So here's today. I haven't written anything really apart from my to-do list. And yeah, that is the Hobonichi Cousin. So I have next week decorated in here, and I think I'm going to go back to using the Pilot Iroshizuku Inaho ink. This one, because I think it matches the deco so well. So yeah, that's my cousin. I'm just really happy to be in this book again, and like I feel like I get on with it very, very happily. So that is that. Let's quickly talk about the Traveler's Notebook. So on the Sunday I was really unwell. I spent most of the day in bed looking at Instagram, and I watched lots of reels, or I kind of rewatched lots of reels from a creator I really like. I'll put her name on the screen. I think it's pronounced like Wednes Plans, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, that's her. I'll put it on the screen. And she uses this insert that I have bought for her standard size Traveler's Notebook. It is the Take a Note Slim Weekly. So this is it's an undated weekly insert, vertical weekly. It has 52 GSM Tomoe River paper. I actually haven't measured the grid size. Let's do it. Yes, so the grid size is the same as the Hobonichi. It has the Hobonichi paper. Sorry, I think that's my family group chat. So the grid size is the same as the Hobonichi. It has the same paper as the Hobonichi, and it's the white Tomoe River paper as opposed to the cream that the Weeks uses. I don't know how many weeks you get. I think it's like a half year, so it was like 26, 27 weeks. And then in the back, you get this kind of plain, or it's a grid notebook. So the grids are the same size, but then there are also like bigger or like more defined lines around a 5x5 grid. It's really nice, and there's lots of dots so you can easily divide the pages up. These are not numbered, but it's not a deal breaker. Oh, I'm so sorry about the dings. My family are texting me. It's coming in on my iPad. Okay, I've put my iPad on silent because we're in my family group chat. We're talking about slugs are eating my sister's garden. Anyway, yeah, so I'm really liking this Take a Note, and I really like the size. You can see, if you're not familiar, as I was not, that the standard size is actually kind of significantly bigger than the Weeks. Let's flip to some blank pages. So, you get like considerably more real estate for your pages. And something I have come to realize that I need in my notebooks is a margin. I need the page to have margins. I don't like the grid going all the way to the edge of the pages, which is also one of the reasons I went for this book, because I really like this margin. So this is going to be for doing more deco and kind of more like decorative memory keeping spreads. I have in here the Take a Note insert. I got the sticker paper insert from Traveller's Company, but the pink is not it. I really dislike this pink. It seems kind of like medicinal to me. I really dislike it. So I covered it with craft sticker paper, and I haven't covered the inside, but maybe I should. I don't know. But the outside, it's fine, you know. This sticker paper in here is fantastic, and I have started filling it up with some stuff. This is Freckles Tea. This is Faded Chronicle, and then this is also Freckles Tea. This is what I did yesterday morning. I just had a really fun time like doing this, filling this up, and yeah, this paper in here is such good quality. I really like it. And I have it wrapped around with the zipper insert from Traveller's Company. So the way I've put this together is I have the two books together on one of the, let me just take, I've got the two books together on a jump band, and then they are slotted in to another jump band that wraps around the cover. And it works really well. I think I could maybe fit a third book. I don't have a standard size one to test out. I do have a passport one. Let me just grab it. So this is a Good Impressions insert in passport size. That is, it's a lot of pages. I think I got the 160 page one. But let's just kind of put it at the bottom for illustrative purposes. Yeah, it fits fine. It fits really fine. So the reasoning for this is I just wanted a place where I could do more decoration and be more kind of experimental and collagey, which is something I really enjoy doing. As you can probably tell from my Weeks book, I really enjoy this sort of decoration, and I just wanted a bigger space to do it. So I will be doing kind of very decorative memory keeping in here, and then in the back pages that are the you know, they're just the gridded page, I will either be doing, I don't know, some journaling, or I will do I'll just do like decorative spreads with like just collage. So yeah, I'm really excited to kind of experiment with this book. And you may be thinking, Bronte, why have you not got it in a cover? What's going on here? Well, I'll tell you what's going on. I didn't want to invest in one. I tried Passport, hence this, last year. If you have been around for that long, I love you. I did try Passport last year when Traveller's Company added the olive cover to their kind of their like always lineup, if you will, and I really didn't get on with it. And I think the main thing is that like tin thingy that holds the strings in, that's on the spine here, it doesn't let the book lay flat, and I really dislike that. So I just couldn't get on with it. I'm thinking if I do really enjoy this setup and like want to stay in standard size into 2025, I will invest in a cover. But I will probably get one from Moterm because I really like my B6 cover from them, and I know that they are really good quality. The covers lay flat and they've got loads of pockets, and yeah, I like the aesthetics of the Travelers Company covers, but the practicality, or like the kind of practical application for that cover, it doesn't work for me. I can't make it work. So yeah, I'm just experimenting for now with this kind of plastic zipper wallet as the cover, and I actually also really like this as well. But yeah, okay, that's it. I'm gonna stop talking. I feel like I've been talking for way too long. Thank you so much if you are still here and still watching. I appreciate you. I will be back next week. I'm gonna do, what was I gonna do next week? Oh, I was gonna talk about the pros and cons of planning and journaling in the same book. That's probably not gonna be a super long video, but I hope you will join me for that, and I will speak to you then. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye.